Well, Mark, just some comments about, getting your team off to a great 6-1 start this year.
Yeah, I think that all goes back to our preparation, even going back to like the summertime. Our kids work hard, year round, and they participate in summer leagues and things like that. And they did fall sports. They came in really good shape. And so then once we started the season, we kind of could hit the ground running. 6-1 didn't come by itself. We've had to overcome some adversity in the games. Like we were trailing at halftime our first 2 games of the year, ended up coming back and having good fourth quarters in those games. Just as our most recent game against Lynn English. Lynn English was great. I'd say they were ahead for about 80% of the game. And in the last 2 minutes or so of the fourth quarter, we made a couple of plays. So it's been a little bit of a grind, but the kids have really responded in big time moments, and pretty happy with them so far.
Yeah, Mark, that's what you kind of would hope your team will be doing at this point. Now you're in your 4th year, is coming back from those kinds of situations that probably wasn't happening a few years ago.
Right, yeah, we struggled a few years ago. And a lot of that I was learning as a coach. I still am. Nobody's perfect. The players aren't, the coaches aren't. But I'll say this, like 2 years ago we were 1-21, but every time we showed up at this gym, we worked hard. We practiced hard. And nobody ever got caught up in the negativity of the results. Kids just kept working at practice. And that season, kids got better. And even though it didn't show up in the standings necessarily, that really helped put the blueprint for the year after and the year after that. And, we're just trying to continue to build and continue to get better.
Tell me about some of your key players this year, Mark.
Sure. I think, our captains, and you spoke with Chrissy Italiano and Olivia Valente earlier, and Katie Italiano actually just got injured, so she had to take off early tonight to get her knee checked out. Hopefully, we're hoping to get her back. Hopefully everything goes okay with her MRI. Those 3 players, though, it's on and especially off the court. They just bring so much from an enthusiasm standpoint. Like Olivia Valente tonight just pulled the girls aside. She said, this isn't going well, Coach, can we call a timeout? And she actually stood there, drew up a play. I just watched over, and I was just like, yep. I was just nodding my head. Those kids they've been around, they're experienced, but academically, character-wise, they're everything that you want in captains, the 3 of them. And, we're going to miss them after this year, but thankfully we still have a ways to go.
Coach, you host Lynn Classical Tuesday night right here in Saugus. I would call it a big game. And how do you prepare for this kind of a game, kind of a big showdown game, kind of early, midway through the year?
We try to treat every game the same. So like last year, we had our first state tournament game in a while, and I thought the kids came out very, very nervous because we had so much time to build the game up. So every game we've been trying to make it just a routine, and Lynn Classical is a great, great team, and we respect the world out of them. They've got great players, experienced players, so we know what they bring to the table. At the same time, every single time that we have any team, we have a scouting report. We always see the team play ahead of time. We preview the players, certain things that they try to run on offense, how we can counteract that on defense. At practice, we go through kind of what to expect in those situations, and then every game 4 minutes before the third quarter ends, we meet as a team, go over things one more time, and just keeping that routine, whether it's big game or quote unquote small game, because I think they're all big. Just try to keep the kids in a routine.